All right, what's up, A1? Welcome to the channel. Look, I got a little story time. We are in Restaurant Week for Center City. Not our Restaurant Week, but we are Center City Restaurant Week. And every single time Restaurant Week comes around, and I've been thinking about it the whole week as soon as I found out we were in Restaurant Week, I always remember there was a story that I had mentioned before a long time ago. This is when I first started the channel, very early. Like, I'm talking about very early in the channel. I might have 10, 20 subscribers, if anything. And it was this lady used to walk her dog, and always, she must be from the neighborhood, or if she wasn't, she made her way to try to come by the restaurant. Even before I opened the restaurant, and always say stuff, but it was always like off-putting stuff. But just very, even before we opened, just negative. She's just very negative. Older lady, and just kind of always said weird stuff. And so the reason I say that is because as much as she was like negative, she always try to go out of her way to try to speak to me. Like, she'll knock on the window and try to say something that, you know, didn't really make any sense. Like, she'll come by and be like, oh, you know, you could maybe lower your prices. Your prices are too expensive. And just like stuff like that, it was like, our prices are nowhere near too expensive. But she would just say stuff like that all the time. And trust me, that's the last thing people say about our prices being too expensive. Nobody says that. But this lady never tried our food. She never came inside the restaurant. She was just always walking around and always saying something, like just being negative for some weird reason. And then she'll say something negative. She's like, I'm just saying that because I want you to succeed. And I'm just like, bullshit. Like, no. You haven't even tried us. You just, I don't know. You're just one of those people that gotta say something negative or something. I don't know. That's just the way you are. So I accepted. Like, she wasn't doing anything to me. But if anything, she was more irritating because she was going out of her way, right? So one day, again, same thing. I'm in the kitchen. She would knock in the window, and this is Restaurant Week. She came by, and just to let me know that she had gone to a restaurant in Center City. And she mentioned the restaurant, Del Fresco, something like that. I forget. It's a popular restaurant in Center City, Philadelphia. And they were doing the whole Restaurant Week promos. And like I mentioned before, those Restaurant Week promos are unsustainable. They're only good for, like, you can only do them that week. The restaurants know they're taking a hit. It's not something that they're going to be doing all the time. They do it for that 1 week, and that's it. Hopefully they get some business off of that in the future. And that's really what they're hoping for. But they're not going to be doing that every week. That deals is only that week. So she comes, knocks in the window. She gets me out, and I'm like, oh, how you doing? She's like, oh, she's like, and she started talking. As soon as she started talking, I could smell the alcohol coming out of her, you know, just her talking. And I'm like, this is going to be special. So I am listening to her tell me that she went to this restaurant, and basically, she had like a $25 5-course meal. And this is about, what, almost 3 years ago. About 3 years ago. Maybe about 3 or just a little bit over 3. Around 3-year mark. So she's telling me that she had this 5-course meal for $25. And I already know that it was Restaurant Week. So I'm like, basically, she tells me I should be offering that here. And I'm like, I'll think about it when Restaurant Week comes to this, you know, location. And then she looks at me like, what do you mean? Like, and I'm like, yeah, they're doing that because it's Restaurant Week. That's not something that they do all the time. And she took that like offensive. And it's funny thing, like, she knows. That's why she went out there. She went there because it was a great deal for Restaurant Week. But now she's making it seem like I gotta do that for my restaurant for like a regular menu. Like, it doesn't. And I just told her, and I said it like I was not rude or anything, but she got so upset and offended that she kind of like looked back and didn't say nothing, but she was walking her dog, and then she just fell. She fell. She tripped on where the tree, I'm looking at it now, but where the tree, little dirt with the cement, and she fell on her back. And I'm looking at her thinking she's gonna get right back up, but she was down. So I go out of my kitchen and go try to help her out. And as I try to help her out, she like shrugs me off. Like, she's upset that I'm trying to help her. And I'm like, why, I took too long or something? The lady was, I don't know, man. She was just so rude and miserable. And every single time Restaurant Week comes around, I remember her because I don't see her anymore. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I haven't seen her. You know, I mean, I don't wish her any bad, but it does make me laugh every time I remember that restaurant week, her falling. I don't know. Yeah, I hope nothing happened to her, but I haven't seen her in at least 2 years. So, peace. Later.